Hi, I'm Elisa with Morrocco Method. If you're a new viewer, welcome to Morrocco Method International. We are the experts on 100% natural hair care. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In either case, welcome to part 2 of our hair makeover series. In this video, I'll be showing you how to perform a lunar blood snip haircut on yourself in accordance with the Lunar Hair Chart. The Lunar Hair Chart was created by our founder, Anthony Morrocco. He has dedicated over 50 years of his life to the art of hair, working with masters and shamans all over the world. In his lifetime, he has gained tremendous wisdom about ancient hair care techniques and practices. To be honest, there isn't a better way to explain the Lunar Hair Chart and its purposes and benefits, other than the words of Anthony himself. With that said, I'd like to read to you an excerpt from one of his books, Awaken Your Roots, Secrets of the Master Hair Shaman Revealed. There will be a link to that book in the description box below. The book reads, "Just as there is an ideal time to plant, weed, reap, spread compost, there are best times to cut or harvest hair. Aligning haircuts to the ebb and flow of lunar cycle astrology has a very powerful effect on the growth and maintenance of our hair. According to the ancient wisdom of shamans who consider hair a sacred part of the body, there are 5 elements each month to consider. Specific times enhance hair's strength, thickness, length, strengthening of its roots, and aesthetic beautification, provided we cut on the appropriate days. Otherwise, the remaining inauspicious days of that month will actually retard the growth of hair. Knowing retardation periods of hair growth can be a useful tool for our hair care as well. Harvesting unwanted hair at this time is ideal, the perfect time to pluck eyebrows or shave legs. The hair will grow back more slowly, if at all. In other words, the Lunar Hair Chart is a guide that we can use to harness and focus the moon's energy to benefiting our hair in several different ways. Those ways are lengthening, which promotes hair growth, strengthening, which promotes stronger hair, thickening, which promotes thicker hair, beautifying, which promotes more body and volume, and root work, which focuses on your hair follicles, the roots of your hair. Each hair goal is also tied with an element. Strengthening is the element of fire, thickening is the element of earth, root work is the element of water, lengthening is the element of air, and beautifying is the element of ether. Today is February 1st. That makes it a beautifying day, which ties into the element of ether. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to perform a lunar haircut on yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Now before we get started, I'd like to share with you the Morrocco Method Lunar Haircutting Kit. This kit is what I'll be using to perform my cut today. The kit comes in this beautiful red paper envelope. Inside this envelope, you'll find an assortment of extremely useful things. Firstly, you'll find a pair of hair cutting scissors. These are kept in a protective sheath and made with Japanese steel. As you can see, they move very smoothly. And they have this detail here to keep the handles from clanking together, which I think is really nice. You'll also find a rat tail comb. This rat tail comb is extremely useful for sectioning your hair, as you'll see when we start doing the cut. The third thing you'll find is, of course, your very own copy of the Lunar Hair Chart. This chart lists the elements that are in our products and their benefits, along with the lunar dates for the entire year, and their corresponding element. As you can see, today is February 1st, which is a beautifying day, corresponding with the element of ether. The last thing you'll find is a card complete with link and QR code that'll take you to our entire lunar haircutting video series. Another item that you may find helpful when performing your own cut is a hair clip or two, especially if you have longer or thicker hair. I've decided to bring along a hair tie just in case I need it to keep hair out of my way. Throughout this tutorial, you're going to see that I'm not cutting off a lot of hair. This is for 2 reasons. The first reason is that the purpose of a lunar cut is not to cause drastic change to your hair. You definitely can cut more off if you need to, but you don't have to in order to see the benefits. A lunar haircut is equivalent to 16 to 18 acupuncture treatments. It actually sends a signal up your hair shaft into your root to achieve the desired effect. The second reason that I don't cut a lot of hair off is because I'm wanting to get rid of my split ends. When you have split ends, there isn't a product out there that can fix them. The only way to fix them is to cut them off. When a split hair grows, that split doesn't go away. It travels up and up your hair as it grows, splitting all the way up and can go all the way into your root. This leaves you with hair that doesn't appear to be growing because it's just splitting. It also makes your hair look dry, coarse, and unruly. Sometimes people think that their hair is dry and needs more moisture, when really it's just damage from split ends. You can cut off as little as 1/16 of an inch and still reap all of the benefits of performing a lunar cut. With all of that said, let's get into the cut. Glasses off. Next, I'm going to be completing a full healthy brushing with my Morrocco method mixed bristle or bristle brush. For more information on how to do that, as well as why it's so important to properly brush your hair, check the link in the description box below. The next step is to dampen your hair. You don't want your hair to be dripping wet, but you also don't want to do this cut with dry hair. Did you know that you can boost the effects of your lunar cut by using Morrocco method products whose elements correspond to the lunar date? In addition to getting a conditioning treatment while I cut my hair, my diamond crystal mist is also the element of ether, so I will get a boosted effect on my cut today. Make sure that while you're spraying, you're also brushing it through. Now that my hair is sufficiently wetted down, I'm going to part my hair down the center. And I will brush everything down to make sure that it's all even. This cut works in vertical sections. So we're going to be sectioning our hair on each side, back like this, all the way back until the very back of our head. This side will be done just the same. The first section that I'm going to take is going to be right behind my eyebrow, like so. As you can see, here's my part, and I'm going to take all of this hair that's right here. You want to pull it straight down to the floor, like this, while keeping your head level. When you get to the bottom, pull a small amount. I'm only doing this much. And then you take your scissors and simply snip. That's it. Then if you want to, you can section it off with a clip. For my hair, I'm just going to use a hair tie. And then as I get each section complete, I'll add it to the hair tie. What I normally like to do is split my hair into 4 sections. So the second section will be a little bit bigger than the first. I'm going to go from just in front of my ear to just behind my ear, as you can see. Combing the hair out, making sure that nothing is tangled, pulling straight down while keeping my head level. I'm going to take the end like this, and I'm going to cut a similar length. Just like that. Now I'll add this section to my hair tie. The 4th section will be just behind my ear, almost to the back of my head. As you can see, I'm going to pull it down, hold it just like this. I am at the end. Here you can actually see those split ends. The end looks a little bit rough and ragged, so it's going to be really good to cut these off. And then I just add it to my hair tie. The back of your head is super easy, even though you can't see back there. All you do is part your hair down the center. Follow your center part and go all the way to the back of your head, like so. Maybe you'll notice that the center part in the back of my head wasn't even. I certainly can't see it, but I'm not stressing about it. The most important thing to remember with a lunar cut is to be patient, go slow, make small cuts, because you can always grow more hair, but once it's cut off, you can't put it back on. So don't nitpick or obsess over small details. If there's something you're not particularly fond of, go back through and fix it next time. And I'm pulling this back section straight down while keeping my head level. I am at the end, as you can see, and I'm snipping it off. And that is the first side, completely done. How easy is that? Now I went ahead and pulled all of this into this hair tie that I was using and grabbed a second one to section off the second half of my hair. And we're just gonna do the same thing. So my first section will start just behind my eyebrow. I'm going to pull it straight down like so, grab just the end, and cutting it off. Easy. The second section will be just in front of my ear to just behind my ear. Comb it through, pull it straight down, and cut off those split ends. Now you'll notice I cut off a bit more on that section than I did previous sections, and that's just because, and I hope that you saw, that end had more split ends on it. And since it's not too much of a difference between that length and the other lengths that I've been cutting, I'm not too concerned about it. As you practice this cut, you'll get more comfortable making decisions like that. But when you're just starting out, don't be afraid to go slow. You can cut off even 1/16 of an inch and still reap those benefits. The third section is almost to the back of my head. And cutting it off. Perfect. Now because I already sectioned off the right side of my head, pulling the left section will be easy. I just grab what's not in a ponytail. And I just comb it down, pull straight down. There we are. And we are snipping it off. Now I'm going to take my ties out, give everything a good fluff. And as you can see, the lengths are pretty even. I don't see a lot of discrepancy here. And even if there is just the tiniest amount, again, I'm not too worried. I have wavy hair, so my waves are going to do their own thing and make everything look different anyway. However, if you do have straight hair, let me show you how to check for evenness. You're going to want to pull a section here and here, the same size that you were cutting in. So for example, I'm going to pull just behind my eyebrow on this side and just behind my eyebrow on this side. And then you can pull them down, hold them together like so, and see if those ends are even. Now I can see that there's some shorter here and some longer here. So for this tutorial, I'll just go ahead and cut these. But only enough to make them even. And to keep checking for evenness, you want to do that all the way up until about here. From here back, you should ask a friend to check for you if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. However, if your hair is long enough, you can always just section it out and pull it up and see. Also note that my results may look different from yours. I have previously layered hair that I'm trying to grow out, so as you can see there is some graduation going down this way and this way. That may not be the case for you, and that's okay. If your hair is all one length right now, I am jealous of you. I wish I had that, and someday I will, just as long as I keep doing these lunar cuts. The last thing I want to do is part my hair how it normally is, just to see how everything looks. My hair is brushed out right now, but it would be nice to see. And this looks good. I'm extremely happy with it. The lunar cut is extremely easy to do. I just did it and I wasn't wearing my glasses. The last thing I highly recommend you do is follow up your lunar haircut with a Morrocco method product of the appropriate element. For today's cut, I wet my hair down with diamond crystal mist, which is the element of ether. And tonight when I wash my hair, I'm going to follow up with our Pearl Essence Cream Rinse, which is also the element of ether. This conditioner is my favorite. If you have ends that tend to be dry, or if you have wavy or curly hair, this conditioner, highly recommended. I hope that this tutorial helps you and encourages you to give lunar hair cutting a try. Don't forget to check the description box below for links to all of today's featured products. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and comment down below, especially if you have any questions. We are always checking our comments and waiting to help you achieve your hair goals. Tune in to the next video of this series, where I show you how I style my wavy hair with just my boar bristle brush and one Morrocco Method product. This is Elisa with Morrocco Method signing off, wishing you health, happiness, and 100% naturally luxurious hair. Bye!